You have a hard time saying no. No, 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 no. If you have a hard time saying no, you can never be a complete yes. I have been studying these last week or so the power of saying no. And I've interviewed people who have a hard time saying no. You are responsible for your no. I am responsible for my no. A lot of people do not know how to say no from nothing. No from nothing means that you've considered the ask, you've thought about it, and you've said no. Or you've been asked to do something, you love to do it, but you can't do it. So you have to be able to say no instead of saying yes and doing a half-assed job or disappointing yourself or failing at something or neglecting something that you ought to do. So you have to be able to say no to yourself when you have responsibilities about things that you need to do. A weak no is like Swiss cheese. It has holes in it. I think it's that cheese. And what will happen is the person that's asking you the question will find ways to fill in your holes so that you will say yes. Then you blame people. What happens is you blame people for your lack of responsibility to yourself because you did not say no. You did a sloppy job with your no. And what you do is you make other people miserable. Yes, I have notes. I always have to have notes because I never stay on script. It's difficult when you're learning to say no. So I was watching a video with Oprah, and Oprah had to learn to say no. She was a people pleaser, and there are a lot of individuals that are consummate people pleasers, and you have to learn to say no. She had to learn to say no to people that kept on asking her to donate money to their charities when she had her own charities. And they would always use one of her weaknesses, which is the children. She loved the children, so she would always donate. But then she learned to say no. And she found out that she wasn't going to get cut off by her friends. They weren't going to not love her anymore. And they weren't going to stop doing good things for her. But she had to learn that. Like most of us, we have to learn to say no. My no used to come with aggression because I did not know how to say no. And I felt like if I was aggressive with my no, then people wouldn't ask me anymore. Then one day I had an epiphany. And what happened was that I realized I could say a complete no to an offer and I could be okay with it. So it was like, Noreen, would you like to go to we'd love for you to come to such and such a place. And I was like, no. And they were like, why? It's just no, I'm just not up for it right now. And when I learned to say no and be okay with my no, I realized that I could say to the person, you know what? I'm a no this time around, but please ask me again. I'd love to, see what is up with that thing that you're offering me. So learning to say no to things that you don't want to do, and sometimes things that you do want to do, because you can't do it for your health or for something that important that you have to do in your life. You can begin to be clear when you say no without getting your back up and getting angry. I had to learn that. Learning to say no is a one-word sentence. No, thank you. No with no reason. No, not for now. No is not forever. You can always be asked again, and you can always ask again. When you learn to say no, you actually set yourself free. No one can change your life, and it will not mean or make you okay. Take two. No can change your life. It will not make you a mean person. You'll still be liked, but you'll just be no. No makes you responsible, because when you're a straight no, a no from nothing, you do not end up blaming anyone for your choices. I know, have you been on the end of somebody blaming you for a choice that they made when they say things like, you made me do it, or I did it because you asked me to? That is not a no. No is a boundary. We all need boundaries. And when you violate your boundary, you're the only one that's responsible for that. It's your job to be clear with your no, have it be one of your boundaries, and then that way you can live life your way. This is Noreen Sumter, and no, 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 the power of no, a one-word sentence. Have a great day.